Life is very... Oh,
Sorry, I mean, you're on title right now. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. I cannot use my real voice, right? Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All form of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continued to advance, of course, but the vast majorities of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this area. Wow, there's no war. How is that possible? How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East?
what have you got against world peace? Sound to me like Sun doing humanity a favor.
This tighter girl stole a time machine from CERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Dying of fire terrorist. The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, the system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourself how that is possible. How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th centuries exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I'm here.
Well, a lot of it why it collapsed was because they couldn't just handle it, like, alright, there's starvation here. Well, the food is just sitting there in a wagon rotting, because, like with the proper, it would work. You see here, most governmental system here, like communist, the dictatorship, monarchy and all that, and all those that says is bad. Like anarchy, like the liberals. Anarchy, like everyone could function on their own basically and still having a system here. Like all of those, a perfect system that work. Democracy, not so much. And then you wonder like, well, but they don't work, so can they? Well, they don't work because humans aren't perfect. They require us. It all works perfect on paper, in a perfect little system, with perfect little people. Unfortunately, the people aren't perfect, and suddenly the perfect system, well, it isn't idiot-proof. It just works perfectly. Which is why we need democracy, where everyone can check in on each other and everything takes so much longer and doesn't function at all, just so we can make sure nothing bad happens also.
No. Yes, I'm a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there is no denying that our action are a kind of terrorism.
Anyway, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036. How? I know you were terrorists. How many have you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I really should kill your father. Protect the future. I mean, there are different kinds of terrorists also, and she's called herself there more resistance, so... yeah, but still. Terrorist, freedom fighter. It's all so vague all the time.
Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers! You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of bullshit and now you can't tell fact from fiction, am I right?
Delicious nationalist teas, lol 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 lol. Sam probably figured it out. They got a time machine to experiment with, right? That would make you know better than Titer. If you're willing to face the consequence, then go right ahead. Titer, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you came to this particular time? Did you find an ABN 5100? Oh, that was Woodin again. I don't know.
Is Jan Titer plugin for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago. I thought of Titer was crazy, but Woodin guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys, a lot. World War III, lamana.
Isn't there supposed to be an ABN 5100 in Akiba?
I've already explained my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my effort meaningless, but even if one person pays attention, that's enough. World War III. Is that something I said on a different world line? I would like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have time. Of course, if anyone else would like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I've been getting is hate mail. Here is my address once more. jontiter@egweb.ne.ep. For IP is not...
What? 20 hours have passed since Darrow started hacking. But really, he's only been watching porn. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. I glance at Darrow while browsing at channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees... What am I saying sometimes? I have no idea. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat of his keyboard. Daru hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. What? At 40-hour mark, your brain is so expanded, like, you can see everything. You can see to the world. Like, no. Maybe not at 40 hours, that's more 70 hours mark, like, then... Actually, no, that's not that either. At 70 hours mark, shit goes crazy, like, holy shit, it can happen. I was going to ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body is excluding an area that's a "don't talk to me." I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussion with Jon Titer just aren't making sense. Not even Titer himself seemed to know about the Titer from 10 years ago. Well, he has even explained it already. It's him from another timeline. World line. Why do they call them world line and not timelines? Doesn't make sense. It's hard to imagine that everyone at channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain? What? Yeah. How else can you explain it? Are you even reading his message? Or her? Out of option, I decided to email Titer directly, just as he told me to. He additionally exposed his own address on a channel. I guess that's his way of saying, bring it on. Oh. In my email, I questioned the difference between his post now and his post 10 years ago. The current Titer hasn't even acknowledged the later. Yes! He said that it was maybe him from another world line. Did I say that when I came from another world line? I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. By 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. Jon Titer travels to 1975 to obtain an EBN 5100. The EBN 5100 was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. The EBN 5100 has a hidden function, the ability to read EBN's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain EBN engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. In 1998, Titer meets his younger self and his parents in America. Jon Titer was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. Jon Titer is an American. Furthermore, in 2000, Titer correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope,
the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. This is how you described yourself 10 years ago. Why have you changed your story? On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, civil war in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. Yeah, didn't happen. Didn't happen. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I'm going to ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Also, most of your Can we go down there? Also, most of your prediction came back from back then didn't come true. If you're from the future, then why didn't your predictions come true? I appreciate a satisfactory explanation. Send? Sending in. Alright, let's send it now. Mail sent. I mean, because he traveled back in time then directly by being there at the past, present, what do you want to call it there, would change the future, would change everything. If you can't answer to my satisfaction, then the current title is an imposter. This is your litmus test, Jan Titer. Ha 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 ha. So what are your true colors?
Hi, Mayuri.
Good morning.
Mayuri comes in.
Huh?
Looks like she's forgiven us for experimenting on her food. She's back to her usual smiley self.
What are you doing here so early?
Well, I heard you guys had stayed up 2 nights in a row, so I brought you some goodies, huh? Bananas.
Excellent. Good job, my minion. Though, to be accurate, it wasn't 2 nights in a row. I took an afternoon nap yesterday.
But not Daru. Mayuri's there start fishing through her convenience store bag. And then she takes out canned Oden.
Ta-da! Canned Oden!
The canned Oden is still warm when she gives it to me. I open the lid right away and eat the beef. Mayuri and I have been together for a long time, so she knows what I like. And when it comes to canned Oden, beef is where it's at.
It's a present from Mayushi. They are 270 yen each, so savor it I can.
I've been getting tired of eating bananas and chicken lately. Buy these instead from now on.
But Mayushi doesn't have enough pocket money to splurge like this all the time. And Mayushi loves bananas and chicken, so she keep buying them, huh?
I consider saying you'll get fat if you only eat frozen food, but that threat is not very effective against Mayuri, so I hold my tongue.
Besides bananas, I think and chicken is pretty healthy. I guess if we consider Japanese there who otherwise mostly eat fish, which is the one thing that more healthy than chicken. Like beef though, not very healthy. I mean, it depends on what you are after. Like everything is healthy for something. Like my girlfriend here, the other day, had trouble. There been headaches and a lot, and seemed dehydrated no matter how much she drank. And it's like, oh, she keeps totally away from salt because, well, it's unhealthy for you, right? Still, you need a little bit for the body to be able to absorb water, apparently. Went to the hospital even there to get salt liquid into her, like, there. Not full story, but still, yeah, you know what I mean. Everything in moderation, everything's healthy in some way, and you can just change it however you want, so don't overindulge in one thing, that's it. Her high metabolism prevents her from getting fat no matter how much she eats.
But wait, there's more! Ta-da!
Next, she produced a small box with our Rainet illustration.
Rina says it comes with an upper bottle cap. As a bonus, I really wanted somebody.
She sticks out her tongue with a shy giggle.
Something tells me that in a few months' time this lab will be neck-deep in Upa goods. There are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but that number is sure to grow exponentially.
So, how's Derrican? Huh?
He's in the midst of a hard fight. He should at least rest a little. I mean, I never said he had to do it all at once.
Derrican's super hacker spirit is on fire.
Don't say hacker.
An empty Diet Cola bottle comes whistling through the... It hits my head with a nice thunk.
He sure is tense.
Mayuri and I evacuate to a corner of the lounge and quietly eats the udon.
Isn't hacking bad? Mayuri doesn't want you to do bad things.
I would be a fool to let our super hacker skills go to waste. Incidentally, it looks like hackers hijacked CERN's system back in 2008. We found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security.
Which computer is he using now? That's probably backstory, something true maybe, from the real world, I don't know. But otherwise I felt that for a moment like, didn't he connect it to a computer? That one, the microwave, and what if he now is hacking? And he hacks CERN in the pot... No.
With his skill, Daru should have no trouble getting through. Besides, we're doing this to expose CERN wrongdoing. This is a war against the dark forces that secretly rule the world.
Bad things are bad.
That's unusual. Mayuri usually just accept whatever I say.
Skyclad? I mean, that wasn't even Jan's address, right? Oh, Amanes. This is Amanes Sua. First email. Thanks for changing address. With me here yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yeah, don't worry. I won't email you too much. And I might be slow to reply to. I'm kinda new to this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. Friend, here? What? Where were you living before now? Thank you for changing emails.
That wasn't an exchange. You took my address by force. I had no choice but to submit.
Did she? I don't remember her taking the address. Slow to reply.
Haven't used cell phones much?
No. Is that me? Like, otherwise it's like I finally made a friend where I am now, but...
Yeah, sure. Where were you from before? America? Maybe? Well, I admit it. We're doing a bad thing. But there's no way we can stop now. I need to change the subject. Mayuri, want to trade my sweet potatoes for your beef?
If you want to try, I'd rather have your quail egg, huh?
Don't be ridiculous. Next to beef, quail eggs are my favorite.
But Mayuri likes quail eggs too, huh?
Settle for my shikuwa. What's a shikuwa?
Okay. Chikua's better sweet potatoes, huh?
With that said, I skewer the shikwa and put it in Mayuri's
Can. Not Shan. Mayuri's can.
and I get her beef in return. Subject change complete. Mayuri really eats up conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her.
Soon, if I can just get the SQL table, I'm more than enough passwords. Hehe, you're no match for me.